What's up, guys? It is Sunday night, and I figured I'd just come hang out with you guys for a little while, maybe play a little bit of this Evercade stuff, and just chill a little bit. Got the two Data East cartridges in here, same ones we had last time. I remember I used to play Blockout on old school PC back in the day. I wonder what version this is. Is this like a console version of Blockout, like maybe from the Genesis, or if it's the PC version? I don't know if I'm gonna play this very much. I just 89 puzzle. Say anything else there? Coin op limit off. Oh, I didn't know you could do all that. Is this like an arcade version of Blackout? What's up, Last Line? Last Line is here among us, as is Brian F. Brian F. This is way more advanced than the PC version I played. Yeah, this is an arcade version of it. I never played this. Fungivitis for pronunciation definition, the state of being entertained. Very well. Oh, there's no audio? You're not hearing any audio? Well, that's not good. No, I'm hearing audio on the stream. I'm hearing it. What? If Brian, if you can hear it, let me know. For some reason, Last Line saying there's no audio, so I don't know what's going on. Very strange. Check my microphone one more time. Yeah, levels are fine. Very curious. Well, I don't know, dude. Check it on my phone, see if I can hear it there. Prime 1. Hey, Prime, can you hear me talking? I'm being told there's no audio, so I don't know what that means. Brian says he can hear it. Interesting. Check it on my phone. Nope, I can hear it on my phone too. Well, it sounds like maybe Last Line is having an issue. Sometimes that happens to me where I'm watching something on my computer or something. Oh, see, that's what I was going to suggest. You refresh and now it's working. Yeah, sometimes I have to close the browser and open it back up. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for investigating. So this is like 3D Tetris. I never knew this was in the arcade. Like, to this day, this is the first I've heard of this. I played this on the PC, old school PC back in the day. And I played this on the Sega Genesis. I'm very surprised to hear this is an arcade game. I did not know that. Played this game on your Lynx. Oh, that's probably a good way to play this. This would be a good portable game. Kill some time, you know. I bet this works really good on the Lynx, because the Lynx has some actually pretty powerful hardware. Lynx has built-in hardware scaling and rotation. It's a 16-bit console. Maybe not a very high resolution screen, but it has a very high color palette and some pretty good power. And I think it had a pretty decent sound chip in it too. What's up, Silverwings? Needs to be all red and black. Red and black. For blockout? Oh, for like, you talking about for like, Virtual Boy? Is that what you mean? Like for Virtual Boy? Red and black. Vector graphics and stuff like that. Well, let me play the arcade version since I've never played it. Let's see. Warm up, beginner, intermediate. We'll just do warm up to start off. Yeah, Virtual Boy. Hang on. Before I get started, Brian says, most people hate this game. I always liked it. I always had fun with this. I killed a lot of time playing this game. You know what? I got to say this. Hang on. I'll read what Prime says and I'll come back to that. Prime says the Lynx was the best, just needed third-party support. Dude, we were going to get Lynxes, but we ended up getting Game Gears, but damn it. I wanted the Lynx to succeed. I was big time into the idea of owning a Lynx. Apocalyptic Minister joins us, says, what's up, Cy? Let's see what you got, brother. I ain't got nothing. I got nothing. Prime 1, I was thinking about buying a Virtual Boy. Really? Really? I don't know, man. That seems like a very niche kind of thing that you can really only, I mean, it's hard. You can't, you're very limited in what you could do with a Virtual Boy. You know what I'm saying? Blockout is classic. String Magician. How about that? What's up, String Magician? What I was going to say, Brian, going back to your comment, most people hate this game. I always liked it. You know, there's sort of a theme with what I do on YouTube and in real life. And that is, I sort of march to the beat of my own drum, as they say. Yes, I said drum. I beat my drum. I don't care. You know, well, I'll say this. Sometimes I do care. I get caught up in what other people think about stuff. And almost every single time that I do, it burns me because I end up kicking myself because I miss out on something that I would have really enjoyed. And I do enjoy it. That's how I know, because I'll discover it finally, eventually down the road later, sometimes many years later, after everyone has told me something was crap or something was terrible or something was garbage or something like that. And I'm like, I believe what my friends tell me. This is the problem that I have. So I'll discover things on my own later, and I'm like, what? Why would they say this was horrible? I really love this. This is amazing. That's happened to me with music. It's happened to me with movies. And yes, with video games. Absolutely. That's a nice little drum. Very nice little drum, Silver Wings. Thank you. So do what you want. If you see something that looks interesting, look it up yourself. We have to stop letting everybody else try to tell us what's good and what's not good. You know, I don't know how many people saw an episode, like to give you an example, I don't know how many people saw an episode of the Angry Video Game Nerd. And he's doing like a parody video making fun of an NES game or something that the guy doesn't even hate. The guy actually comes out later and is like, oh, I was just doing a video. I actually really like that game. But because he does a video saying this is garbage and is making fun of it and stuff, then the narrative that gets caught by so many people online is, oh yeah, that game's garbage. Like, oh, did you ever play it? No. But I saw the Angry Video Game Nerd and he didn't like it and he made fun of it and blah, blah, blah. And I'll be damned if I'm going to like something that everybody hates. We got to like what we like, whether it's the Atari Jaguar or Blockout or the Atari Lynx or whatever, the Virtual Boy. Like what you like. If there's something cool that you enjoy, that you think is fun, like it and be proud to like what you like. Screw it. What's the worst that's going to happen? They're going to make fun of you? I got news for you. They're going to make fun of you anyway. Prime 1 says, I know, the same with me wanting a CDI, Pippin, and Memorex VIS. I look for hidden gems from failed consoles. As you should, Prime 1. And I hope you acquire all of these things that you want, because That's the fun. That's half the fun. Even before you ever play it or experience it, is just trying to get your hands on these strange, unknown things. Go for it, dude. String Magician says the Virtual Boy is awesome except for the inevitable damage it does to your retinas over time. Everyone thought they would be the cool kid in school with the Virtual Boy until he realized he was the only one. Wow, you had a very different experience than what I had. String Magician, that's interesting that you say that. The experience that I had was way different. Like, everyone was scared to death of the Virtual Boy because of the red and black thing. Like, there was all these rumors about people going blind and all kinds of stuff back in the day. And everybody just made fun of it just constantly. Like, nobody went near the Virtual Boy. I played one time when I went to a Sears and they had one on display and I played it. But I didn't know anybody that wanted a Virtual Boy, was going to buy a Virtual Boy, or had anything good to say about Virtual Boy. Nobody said one good thing about that thing until many, 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 many years later. And then all of a sudden everybody was like, oh, you know, there's actually some good games on Virtual Boy. And then people were like, what? What? That was my experience. My experience was that nobody wanted the Virtual Boy until later on, you know, when it fermented a little bit and people, you know, got a little whiff of some of those games on it, then they were like, oh, maybe there's some good stuff on here. But of course, by then it was far too late to do anything with that console. And you know what? I don't know. Does it hurt your eyes? Does it not hurt your eyes? I don't know. They used to tell us not to sit in front of the TV because it would destroy our brains with X-rays and stuff, or gamma rays or something like that. They used to tell us all kinds of stuff. So they used to tell us not to hold your cell phone next to your face because it would give you brain tumors. I don't know what's true and what's not. I really don't. Silverwings Days Gone was a game that had bad reviews when it came out. I got it recently after watching somebody else stream it. It's good. See, there you go. There's a good example. There's a good example. I have that game and I still haven't played it, but one of these days, Silverwings, I will play it too. Apocalyptic Minister says, stand away from the crowd. I do the same, Cyrus. I love Bullet Witch. People crap on it hard. Whatever. People think whatever they think. Most of these people have never really played these games. Maybe they tried it for like 5 minutes, or maybe they never played it. But most of the people that hate games, it's games they never really played. Because if there's a game you really hate, you also really love it. Most of the time. Most of the time. Like Ninja Gaiden. You know, there's a game that's like that for you. You know, it might be Dark Souls, or it might be something else, you know. There's a game you might really hate, but you also really love. The last line says, I think it's because a lot of the games he originally covered were considered bad, either back then or later on. Considered bad. You know? I don't know what... It's just funny how there's like a decision that gets made somewhere along the way that something is bad. And then later on, the decision might change. And then all of a sudden it might be good. And people that thought it was bad because they were told it was bad are all of a sudden confused because they're like, wait a minute. For 20 years, you've all agreed that this was bad, so I never played it. Oh, no, it's good. What? This is what we have to deal with. Don't take people's word for anything. String Magician, I got Days Gone when it first released and still love that game to death. Oh yeah, dude. Apocalyptic Minister, that's the whole reason we are created, to be different, brother. Hell yeah, dude. Absolutely. Absolutely. String Magician, the gameplay is extremely addicting, especially when you start getting to the massive hordes. Oh, hordes. I thought you said something else. Hordes with thousands of different types of infected. Oh my goodness. The last line, I liked the Virtual Boy myself. It was pretty cool, but it was very much based on the gimmick rather than the games. Well, I would say that pretty much everything Nintendo does is heavily based on the gimmick. The 3DS, the Wii, the Wii U, the Switch. I mean, Labo. That's kind of what they do. Nintendo's kind of the gimmick machine. That's kind of their shtick. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. You know, gimmicks are fun. And if they're good gimmicks, people like them and they keep buying them. Prime 1, I've played one at Sears. It gave me a headache. Then Tiger came out with their own version, R-Zone. I vaguely remember the R-Zone. I vaguely remember. Silverwings, when coming out of the virtual zone, remember to keep the room that you are in. What? When coming out of the virtual zone, remember to keep the room that you are in is in the dark. Okay, I don't know. Is this a song? Am I missing something? I'm confused. As usual. Equally confused as always. Prime 1, a couple of people said Castlevania for the Atari 8-bit was bad. You should do a review on it to see if it's true or not. Castlevania? For the Atari 8-bit. You mean for the Atari 8-bit computer? Castlevania. Is that like supposed to be like a knockoff of Castlevania or something? Somebody was talking about Castlevania. Maybe it was Evil. Maybe I was in Evil's stream. He was talking about Castlevania. I missed what he was talking about. I don't know. Is this one of those things people are talking about right now or something? I don't know what's going on. Apocalyptic Minister, massive hordes. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Talking about the Virtual Boy. When coming out of the virtual zone, remember to keep the room you're in in the dark. Oh, is that like a commercial or something? I'm not sure. Okay, so you're talking about the Atari 400. So the Atari 8-bit computer. I'll have to look into that. I will have my people look into that, which is me and my cats. I was like, I want Cy to play Castlevania 2. What is up with Castlevania? What's going on? Is there some nudity in it or something? Or what's the controversy? There's something going on. You guys don't just like arbitrarily mention games like that for no reason. Oh crap, I messed that up. What am I missing out on? Okay, that's that way. Oh, that's the wrong button. That way. Down. That way. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Oop. I gotta remember these buttons. Yeah, I like this game. Oh, I messed up. God dang it. These buttons are confusing me. I gotta change my buttons. Let me see if I can do that. These buttons are just confusing me. Oop. See, I even hit the wrong button there. Controls. Controls. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, I can't change the controls right here. Spin. Spin. So drop is the... Okay, that's all. That's fine. Just remember that that's the drop button. That should be good otherwise. Cool. There we go. Yeah, it's a fun game. It's still fun, even after all these years. It's like a commercial. One of those old school 80s commercials for coffee. Oh my God, Billy, you're home. That's right, Ma, and I brought my coffee. The best part of waking up is block out in your cup. Yeah. Those sound effects are crazy. Okay, let's see if I can. Boom shakalaka. Hell yeah. Boom shakalaka, so far away. Prime One says, it's a platformer that takes great skill. I'm one of the 3 to stream it. Oh my. Wow. Exclusive. And we're talking to Prime one of the only 3 people on the internet to stream Castlevania for the Atari 8-bit computer. Prime One, what was it like to be at the forefront of technology, the cutting edge, ahead of the curve? Let us know. Silver Wings. I think it was something Mark from Classic Game Room said, the virtual zone. Oh, okay. I like his channel. I haven't watched him too much since he came back, but I used to watch the ever-living crap out of Classic Game Room. Very entertaining. It was, anyway. I'm sure it still is, but it used to be. It used to be, too. Prime One says, Devil Castle on GameMate is a great Castlevania clone. I'm the only one who done an almost complete gameplay of it on YouTube. Oh, wow. Devil Castle on GameMate. What is GameMate? What is that? Is it GameMate or GameMate? I don't know. I mean, it could be both or either or neither. I might be completely misconstruing what you're trying to say. If that is the case, my apologies. All right. Here we go. Yeah. Hope y'all can handle this hardcore 3D polygonal action. That's right. I've upgraded to polygon. Sort of polygons. They're wireframe, vector, kind of. Oh boy, I'm screwing this up. Go there. Yeah. Oh, come on, turn the right way. Oh boy, I'm screwing up. Oh, no, I screwed that up. Keep losing. There's the mark. Sound effects are creepy. Gay bait. Yes. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You might be into that. Who knows? Whatever. Different strokes for different folks. All right. Back to it. Okay, I'm going to have to... Okay, we can do this. There we go. Come on. Turn the right way. Oh, it's a little... Okay, I thought it was a double. I don't know what I was thinking. Hell yeah. We did it, ladies and gentlemen. We did it. And now the dude from the... What was that alien movie? The giant people? I don't know. Never mind. Whatever they call those guys. I can't remember what they call them. The pilots or something? Those big, tall, giant alien guys. You know what I'm talking about from Prometheus and all that. I know Silver Wings knows what I mean. Apocalyptic Manager says, I can imagine this being extremely difficult at high speed. Yeah, I was playing on the easiest setting, so that'll tell you something. Prime 1. Game 8 is a Game Boy clone, along with the Mega Duck, Game Wizard, and others I can't think of. I have all those systems on my Analog Pocket. Well, there you go. I'm learning. All right. I don't know what this is. Battle Lane number 5. What is that? Have you ever heard of that? What the hell is even happening on this artwork? I'm looking at the poster and I'm like, what is even happening here? Who holds weapons like that? And what's with the headband? I don't know. Let's check it out. I don't know. Very confused. Okay, what's happening right here? Oh, there it is. It was loading. I'm loading. Let's watch the demo for a minute. Let's see what it looks like. I'm gonna turn the volume up on the game just a hair. This looks like a Master System game. This looks like a Sega Master System game. I'm not saying it's on the Master System. I'm just saying the style of the graphics. This could be a Master System game. Apocalyptic Minister says, I have those systems on the analog NT Noir, but haven't set any of them up. You have an analog NT Noir? Dude. I must be on a roll because I'm jelly. I don't know. I was trying to make it work. It didn't really work. Anyway. Yeah. You must be peanut butter because I'm jelly. There you go. That's better. I don't know. An analog NT Noir is not easy to come by. How much is one of those worth these days? Like, what do you think the going rate would be for a, let's just say, a used analog NT Noir? I mean, not that you're willing to sell it. I'm just saying, like, what would you ask for it if you were going to sell it? Suppose you were going to sell it. Not that you would, but if you were. I know that they're still making the retro USB AVS because my buddy John, Retro Bro, just bought one brand new direct from the source. And that's a really cool system, but it's not an analog NT Noir. my privileged friend, and I mean that in the most snarky, yes, I'm jealous way possible. Prime 1, lowballing $700. Yeah, that's Rambo on a motorcycle, like in the first movie. That's right. You're only on the motorcycle for just a second, and then you're fighting. Okay, I'm gonna try this game. Let's see how it goes. It's like Mad Max type stuff right here. Wow, I just zoomed in real quick on the side there. Yeah, get some. Only one button does anything. Let's put some turbo on this. Yeah. I love having turbo. Oh no, it didn't help me though. I'm using my 8-bit DOE SNES 30 Pro so I can use my turbo, yo. Oh, wow. Don't run into the Jeeps. That's not how you do this. Okay, hang on. Check it a chat. The Intellivision Gamer. Well, look who it is. If it's not Casey, the former Intellivision Gamer, who's apparently still using that, whatever it's title, he's now known as the Retro Gamer. He's claiming everything for himself. Well, you've got a lot of nerve showing your face around here, sir. Prime 1, I'm thinking about getting an AVS, but you can't use a light gun with it. Ooh, well, yeah, that's true, because it's only HDMI. That's a good point. There might be, they have some ROMs that are hacked to work with the modern TV. I think you have to have the right light gun, though. You can't use a standard light gun, the standard zapper. I think you have to buy like one of the new zappers that they bring out. I'm not real sure about that. There's something like that going on. So that's an interesting point. Apocalyptic Minister says it's about $1,000, but I'd ask probably 700. Prime is correct. Good God. I bought a RGB modded top loader Famicom fairly recently, the past few months. I paid a lot. I didn't pay $700. I'm not going to say what I paid. Well, I guess I can tell you. I think I paid about half of that with shipping and everything. I'm very happy with what I got, but what you got is also very, very, very cool. And I am jelly, sir. Prime One, what's up, Television Gamer? I'll tell you what's up with Television Gamer. He's a traitor. He's a traitor. Apocalyptic Minister, but nope, ain't selling that baby. I love her. Yeah, I understand, dude. There's certain consoles that I will never sell. And when I pass on to the next existence, whatever that is, my daughter will have to figure out how to sell. There are certain things I will not sell. I understand. Oh my gosh. Apocalyptic Minister says, what's up, Television Gamer? Well, we've already established what's up with him. The last line, live. Now, I didn't realize you were live. Sorry about that. I always call you the last line. I missed the live part. Sending Light Gun is one I want. You can use it with emulation. Yeah, that's cool. I've seen those guns. The only thing I don't like about those guns, if I understand this correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, please do. I mean, I hope that you would. You wouldn't let me just believe something that's not true. Would you, last line? Hopefully you would correct me if I'm wrong. But if I might be wrong about this, but this is what I understand about the Sending Light Guns. They use these little sensors or something like that to show you where the screen is. Like you put them on the edges of the screen or something like that. But the gun works like a mouse. It works like a Wiimote. Like when you aim it at the screen, it makes a little icon, like a little cursor on the screen, right? And that's not how a light gun works, you know? That's why, like, I have House of the Dead 2 and 3 on my Wii, and it's cool, but it's not the same as playing with light guns. Because with light guns, you're just shooting the screen. There's not like a little cursor following your gun around. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm just old and weird, but I like regular light guns a lot. Like zappers for the NES or the light gun for the Master System or all those guns for the different 16-bit consoles or the Sega Saturn light guns. Oh, those are awesome. Or of course, the famous PlayStation gun cons. Those are fantastic. Apocalyptic Minister. Oh, that's Cyrus. That Famicom is classic, though. Indeed. Modded, too. Yeah, I got a good one. But you got a good one, too. Wait a minute. What are we talking about? Oh, yeah. Prime One. They have the RGB blaster for the top loader. It's around $100. It looks like a Game Genie with an RGB output. Yeah, I did buy one of those, Prime One. I did a whole thing about that. I was trying to get RGB out of my Sharp Twin Famicom. And I bought one of those, and it wasn't compatible with my Sharp Twin, and it very much upset me. I could have held on to it, but it actually broke on me, and somebody wanted to buy it off of me, even though it was broke, so I sold it to them. And I lost quite a bit of money on that. But that's why when I decided to just solve this problem that I had once and for all, I was like, you know what? I just want to go ahead and buy a pre-modded console. So I still have my Sharp Twin Famicom, but I bought the top loader that was pre-modded so that I would never have to deal with it anymore. Because it was just, I have bad luck. I have very bad luck with electronics. I have bad luck. Cranibal joins us. What's up, everyone? Nurse Healer. Hello, Nurse Healer. How are you? Put those games and systems in your will. You might save off an apocalyptic family war. Well, That's true. I will have to do that. This video can serve as part of that will. When I pass, whatever's left, my daughter she can do whatever she wants to. She can sell things, give things away, whatever. But I should write it down. You never know. You never know how much time you have. It could be over tomorrow. It could be over later tonight. These things happen. You never know. Last line says, yeah, they do have a sensor thing, but it's pretty simple, and you can turn the cursor off. Oh, if you can turn the cursor off, then that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I wish you could do that on the Wii for like the light gun type games that you have on the Wii. Maybe you can, and I just don't know how to do it. That's very interesting. There he is. There he is. My buddy, my pal, the retro bro, John. The man who sold me this awesome Evercade that I have, the Evercade Versus, that I'm playing. When I'm not talking, I'm playing. Right now, I'm just talking. But thank you for joining us, John. All right, I'm going to try to not run into these guys. So far, I have not had good luck. Oh, crap. Okay, that was weapons. I didn't know what that was. Do not want. So as far as I can tell, there's only one button that does anything. Oh boy, I almost died right there. Animation on this game is a little choppy. It's not 60 frames. Oh, game over, man. Wow. It doesn't let me just start. Oh, because I was using turbo, and damn it, I screwed up. Okay, I understand what happened. It would have let me continue, but I was holding the button down, and the turbo killed the game. Damn it! You live by the turbo, you die by the turbo. What? What? Anyone pick up the N64? You know what? I thought about it really, really hard. I almost did, but I decided not to. Oh my God, I keep running into this stuff. I thought about getting it, but I was like, man, I already have a Nintendo 64 and I have emulation, and it's the same reason I canceled my pre-order for the Analog Duo, because I was like, as awesome as that is, I keep dying. I wouldn't play it. I'd play it for a little while. Why is it not letting me continue? Oh, because I'm hitting the turbo. Stupid. I'm doing too many things at the same time. I can't walk and chew bubble gum at the same time, if you know what I'm saying. Talking and playing a game is very difficult for me. Anyway, what I was trying to say is, like, I almost bought one, but I didn't, because I knew I wouldn't play it that much. I'd play it in the beginning because because it would be like a new toy, but then I would immediately not play it anymore because I would just want to play on my real N64. Maybe not, though. I don't know. Who knows? We haven't even seen, like, what it looks like as far as the games. We've only seen like a CG render of what the hardware is going to look like. We haven't seen the actual, like, quality of what it does. You know what I'm saying? And that is a little weird, don't you think? Like, why have we not seen any footage of it playing games? It's very strange. I do like the idea of it, though. I'm not saying I don't. Oh, crap. God dang it. This game's hard. Wow, really? And now I can't continue. So it's not the turbo that's causing that. It just won't let you continue, even though you have credits in there. That's BS, dude. That's not cool. I don't like that. I wonder if there's like a cheat code for this or something. It probably is. I could do save states. I forget you have save states. Let's play something else. Let's see. What is this game? Darwin 4078. Curious about this. Me too, but I have a RetroTink 4K. Dude, you have everything, man. You got the 4K? Wow. That's expensive. I have the 5X, and it's badass. The 4K, though, dude, that's way too expensive. All I need is get my N64 modded or just buy RGB N64. Yeah, my buddy Max has a RGB modded Nintendo 64, and it's phenomenal. It's awesome. It's got HDMI and RGB, I think, and it's a gold Nintendo 64. It's really cool. We played it when I went up there to Pittsburgh and hung out with him. Apocalyptic Minister. Yeah, that may be true. I don't have a N64 yet, but I also didn't pick one up. Oh, the 64. Forget what they're calling it. Because I'm waiting for the new colors. Oh, yeah. Right now, they just have black and white. Last line, I heard the N64 one isn't a full-on FPGA. What? It's not a full FPGA. I thought they said it was FPGA on the website. I thought they said it was 100% FPGA. Hybrid. Huh. Yo, hey, Super Graphics and Peeps. Kevin B. Hall, what's up, dude? Oh, you want to play, you can see Breakthrough. We can do Breakthrough in just a minute. Or Double Dragon 2. Double Dragon 2 is also fantastic. Now that 4K is hella expensive. Yeah, it is. It's an interesting shmup. 1986. No wonder. I was like, man, this looks a little bit old. 1986. Oh, that's cool. Huh. Just looking at this demo of this game, I'm like, it's pretty cool. Last line says, I don't know, I read it somewhere else, not from Analog, so it may not be legit. You know, I had heard about Hyperkin. Maybe it was Hyperkin was making an N64 clone console that just has never come out. And I think that might be what you're thinking of, because if I'm remembering correctly, it was supposed to be some sort of hybrid thing. So that might be what you're thinking about, because I'm pretty sure that this one from Analog is FPGA 100%. I'm pretty sure. Kevin B. Hall, turns out there's a little guy inside that pseudo 64 like them old Flintstones appliances drawing the frames by hand. The Bondi? My N64's not working. Oh, Fred, let me see it. You just gotta shake it. Then they shake it and you hear the audience laughter, you know, and there's a little dinosaur inside that's... Yeah, good times. Apocalyptic Minister, Cyrus, this looks great. Last line, yeah, Hyperkin was working on one, but I am guessing they canned it. Yeah, I don't know what happened with it. I really don't. Prime 1, I don't know about the 5X, but the 4K has the mono LCD filter, and it changes the graphics on systems like 2600. See, I'll tell you this, man. The 5X will handle a lot of the 2600 stuff properly that my RetroTink 2X would not handle properly. But there's still a couple of games that, whatever the weird graphical stuff that they do on the 2600, just doesn't quite want to work on that. So that's a bummer. But I did order the Atari 7800 Plus console And yeah, I know it's an emulation console and all that, but I'm really looking forward to that because I'm pretty sure that'll solve that problem for me, since it's actually just emulation and everything. And I can do my 2600 cartridges that way through HDMI. But yeah, the RetroTink 4K I'm sure solves a lot of problems that nothing else does. Apocalyptic says, I'm scared to buy anything from Hyperkin. They have some good stuff. I've bought a few things that were pretty good from them. They have some good controllers, I'll tell you that. That, or it is an extended limbo like Retron 77 before they... Oh yeah, yeah, maybe that. I don't know. Who knows? Kevin says, that's a damn good Fred impression. Something tells me this isn't the first time you've done it. Maybe. That might be the case, maybe. Chris Courage. Dude, what's up, Chris? Chris says, Hyperkin needs to release the Retron GX already. It's been shown at various game conventions for the past couple of years, but never released. Is that the N64 that they're working on? Is that what they're calling it, the Retron GX? That's an interesting name. What system is the GX? It's the Turbo PCE console. Oh, really? GX. I see. I misunderstood. Well, yeah, they do. That would be nice. That would be cool. That would be cool. RetroTink 4K is the Framemeister Part 2. Indeed. It is famous for being absolutely awesome, but very, very expensive. Same as the Framemeister. We're going to check out... what was the other one we were going to look at? Breakthrough. And then we'll do Double Dragon. Now, this is a game I've played. I played this at an arcade before. I think they have this on the Sega Genesis also, if I remember correctly. And they might have this on... Is this on the Atari Lynx? Or am I thinking of something else? I cannot remember. Kevin says, it's interesting when games don't work on emus. Sometimes some games I read use particular quirks and even mistakes made in the hardware and don't work on some emus or revisions of the hardware. That's true. That is true. That's the sort of thing that has made emulating certain consoles very, very tricky. Like the Sega Saturn, for example. The emulation of the Saturn is way, way better than it's ever been. Still not perfect. It might never be perfect, you know? Who knows? Yeah. It's a cool game. I like this game. Kamikaze Soundwaves. What's up, dude? What's up, dude? What's happening, bro? What's happening? I was talking about you the other day. Were your ears burning, Kamikaze? We were talking about you. I don't remember who I was talking with. I'm trying to remember. And I said in the comment that I was making, I said, it be like that sometimes. And whoever I was talking to was like, okay, Kami. I was like, all right. Kami has his catchphrases. Kami has his catchphrases. Miss hanging out with you playing Call of Duty, dude. I was actually playing some Call of Duty on PS3 earlier today with Luke. I was thinking of, yes, PS3, because it's free. I have free online with PS3. It's still fun. But I was remembering all the Call of Duty we used to play. Good times, man. Gun game? Hell yeah. Apocalyptic says, this is one game I watched my sister finish as a kid. Oh, really? It's a cool game, dude. Kevin says, all these advanced converters and such for an accurate depiction of old-time games merely smear Vaseline across your new 4K screen. It's just like composite. That's a little bit of an oversimplification, but fair enough. Fair enough. Silverwings, buy a Saturn. Pretty much, right? I mean, that's what I did. And I recommend buying a Saturn because the Saturn is more than just the games. It's also the accessories for the Saturn, the 3D controller, the light guns. It's the Saturn controller itself, the regular, you know, the good one, not the weird one. You know what I'm talking about. The Saturn is a whole thing. It's definitely worth buying. Absolutely. Prime 1, Jumpman Returns. Super Nintendo is a prime example of a game you can't play in emulation. Really? Really? Well, there you go. Breakthrough is awesome. Breakthrough is a breakthrough in awesomeness. Kami says, I do be like that sometimes, though. You do. You do. You do. You do that voodoo that you do so well. Last line. Which COD? I misread. My eyeballs are old. Sorry. Which COD did you and Luke play? We played Black Ops, the first Black Ops. And Luke needs to play Texas with me while double XP is going on. Well, you need to tell him. You need to tell him, sir. Sir, I'll have you know, sir. Apocalyptics. Oh, yes, the Saturn. Dude. Ooh, I love the Saturn. I love the Sega Saturn. That is a badass console. Sega Saturn. One of my favorite consoles. For sure. For sure. Kevin B. Hall, Jumpman Returns, Prime 1, that's interesting. I wonder what it's doing that's so unusual. I think he's saying there's something that's like a bug in the original hardware that it's like capitalizing on, and the emulators don't reproduce the bug the right way or something like that. Silverwings, I don't have that weird controller on the Saturn. Silverwings, look, I'm not going to tell you what to do. You're your own man, and you don't need Cyrus Martin to tell you what to do. You wouldn't want that anyway, right? But I will suggest to you, you probably should get one of those 3D controllers for the Saturn, because there are some games that it's really good with, that it really does make a big difference with. But that's up to you, you know, but I'm suggesting it. Kevin says, roses are red, violets are blue. It don't always be like that, but sometimes it do. Wow. This is good. This is good. We're taking Kami's catchphrase to the next level. Just like Sega. Welcome to the next level. Prime 1, composite on my Commodore 1702 monitor is great, and the S-Video is crystal clear. S-Video is very good. That my PC Engine Duo is S-Video modded. I didn't go with the RGB. I went with the S-Video, and Chris will tell you why. Chris Courage did that mod for me. I did that because my CRT, I have a Sony Trinitron, and the best it'll do is S-Video. So I was like, you know what? I want my Duo to be S-Video because I want to play it on that, and I also want to capture it at better quality. And S-Video is very, very good. It's not quite as good as RGB, but it's really, really good. It's way better than composite. And nobody cares, but I'm talking about that. This is what I do. I talk about nonsense that only I care about and annoys everyone else. That's what I do. Apocalyptic Minister, the first Black Ops is the best Call of Duty in my humble opinion. It's pretty damn good. We had a lot of fun. You know, there was actually a lot of people playing online, and nobody was hacking or anything. I don't even know if that game is hacked on the PlayStation 3, but it was really good. We had a good time. We played several matches. Now, we sucked. Don't get me wrong. We sucked. I'm so out of practice on Call of Duty, it's not even funny, but we still had a good time, you know? I don't have to win to have a good time. I mean, look at this channel. I don't have to win to have a good time. Last line, we need a Saturn stream within the next week. We could, yeah, I got it hooked up. It could happen at any time. It's ready to go, ready to rock, ready to roll. Silverwing says, I have the 3D controller, not the original controller where the D-pad is. Oh, is that what you were talking about? Okay, I'm sorry. I misunderstood. I do that a lot. Yes, that controller is terrible. I had one of those. It was not good. Kevin says, I don't know if chit, but I hear they used that Saturn pad during production of Mario 64 before their own controllers were finalized. Really? Huh. I've never heard that, but you know what? There's a lot of things that are true that I've never heard. So, wow. That would be fascinating to know. Thank you for that. Someone says, I know they used a Saturn controller while making GoldenEye. Oh, wow. Wow. Jumpman returns, uses precise inputs, emulation adds lag. I was playing on my Retro Freak, and I couldn't get past the Area 1 on the first level. Played it on OG hardware and was able to advance. Well, how about that? Jumpman returns. I wonder if I put that on my EverDrive and play it on my N64, my real console, if it would work, if it would be fine. Probably would, right? That would probably work. I'll have to try that. Kevin says, I never got too much into modern CODs, but I like the World War II ones. Oh, those are good too. Yeah. Yeah. World War II. Man, the different, yeah, I know, my brain is like crapping on me. World at War. Yeah. The different Call of Duties are World War II. Call of Duty 2 and 3 are fun. They're old, they're obviously from a different time, but those are still fun too. Mike Wolf. Yo, Cyrus. Yeah. Fire that Saturn up. Why am I breaking every word out in your sentence? Like I'm Christopher Walken. Yo, Cyrus. Yeah. Fire that Saturn up so we can play it. Sorry. I'd love a Saturn stream as well. Cyrus, don't you have the Terra Onion mode? No, I don't. I have a cartridge called the Sega Saturn Unlocker. And what that is what had happened was, see what it is there's this cartridge, which is a Pro Action Replay that they flash with this software called Pseudo Saturn Kai, Kai, and then it lets you play burned discs. And so I have a crap ton of burned discs that I play on my Sega Saturn. I do have a few retail games, but most of the really expensive ones that I used to have, I sold a long time ago. But I do have that, so I can play pretty much anything on the Saturn. And that also has the built-in extra RAM for those Japanese fighting games and stuff like that. Nurse Healer says, I talk about shit nobody cares about all the time. After age 65, you earn that right. You have a ways to go yet. Thank you, Nurse Healer. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, that is funny. Kevin says, that's interesting, Silver Wings. They knew what's up. The Saturn pad must have been good hardware. It is good. It is very good. Playing Knights on a Saturn with a 3D controller is they have Knights. They've re-released it on different things, but it definitely does not feel the same to play that on with any other controller than the 3D pad. There's a few games that just feel so good with that pad. It is really nice. Man, I haven't played COD in a long time. Oh, look who it is. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. You think God is your ally. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't discover prestiging until I was already a man. The last line. Hey, Luke, we need to play tech. Yes, finally, yes, the message has been delivered. Kevin says, I guess because it has 6 face buttons, it's like the final N64 controller I had. Oh, that's an interesting point. That is an interesting point. Kevin says, I didn't like the way guys kept coming out of small rooms in Modern Warfare 1 and 2 Where are these infinite soldiers coming out of? That's a good point. Where are they coming out of? No, it's not fair. Hey, last line. I haven't played it since we last did. Hey, y'all need to like make a date and like get together and do the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I assume that's what you mean by Texas, unless you're just actually talking about the entire state of Texas, in which case that'd be very strange. Kevin says, I think Six Face Buttons needs to come. Dude, I 100% agree with you, Kevin. Kevin is you're awesome. I agree with you, Kevin. You've got a very, very strong message that needs to be heard. Mike Wolf. Symphony of the Night on Saturn looks so amazing. Think it's the Japanese version. What? Okay, let me unpack this for a second. Symphony of the Night on the Saturn looks so amazing. Oh, so they've done a lot of work. There's been a lot of people that have done a lot of work to try to make the Sega Saturn port of Symphony of the Night look better. I will admit that the original release on the Saturn was kind of a mess. Unfortunately, they ported it from the PlayStation version, so some of the graphics are kind of skewed. They're not the right. They're kind of wonky looking, and also the translucency is not handled very well. It's that like dithered mesh kind of stuff, and it doesn't really work that well. And there is some slowdown. There are some cool things about the Saturn version, like it has extra, characters that you can play at the beginning, and there's a couple of extra areas in the map that are not in the PlayStation version. But the original retail release was kind of wonky. It was not what we all wanted, unfortunately. But there's been a lot of work in recent years to fix a lot of those things. In fact, improve it beyond even the PlayStation version. It's not done yet. They're still working on it, but it's looking very nice. And they fixed, the translucency's been fixed, that they've translated it to English. There's a whole bunch of stuff that's been fixed, and they're still working on it. So it'd be very nice to see how that ends up being. Someone says, play Resident Evil on Saturn and maybe Deep Fear. Yeah. I've been wanting to play through the Saturn version of Resident Evil for a long time. And I've never played all the way through Deep Fear, so that would be something that would be fun to do as well. Absolutely. Prime 1, everyone leave Call of Duty alone and jump on the Unreal Tournament bandwagon. Okay. Luke burned Saturn games. Blah. Shut up, Luke. Whatever. Yeah, Luke would never play burned Saturn games. You'd have to have a Sega Saturn to play burned Saturn games, and you'd also have to have one of those carts like I have, and someone else might have, in order to do that. But Luke would never do that. Oh yeah, it does. It's great. It's great. Sir Wayne's Kevin, yep, especially for fighting games. Out of Infinity. Oh. Infinite Warfare, indeed. The Infinite, that's where they come from, out of Infinity. That's right. It took me a second. I got you. The Infinite Soldiers were supposed to be in Infinite Warfare only. How dare they? Saturn Resident Evil is my shit. I keep making that point, Super, but I can't get people to understand that 6 face buttons are the truth. When will there be a candidate with a strong 6 face button policy? Yes. I will vote for any candidate who supports 6 buttons on the face of a controller and the end of daylight savings time. If you can do both of those things, you have my vote. I don't even care what the rest of your political agenda is. Those 2 things is enough. Mike says, oh, I must have been looking for a modded one then. Oh, yeah. They've done a lot of work on it, dude. Absolutely. Think of all the video game resellers trying to feed their families the next time you think about burning a Sega Saturn game. That's right. We've got to protect the people who exploit other people. Oh my. I haven't even played this here. We've been just sitting here watching the demo run while I've been yakking. Sorry. Mountain. Yeah. This car's got some ups. Oh no, I died. Damn it. I was trying to turn on my turbo and I died. Yeah, I think this is on the links also, if I'm remembering correctly. Oh, I didn't hold it long enough. God dang it. Dang it! Okay, it's gonna let me do it. Oh, I hit it too late. Wow. Wow. There we go. We made it. What is that? Power? Oh, I almost didn't make that. Hell yeah. Wow, I don't even know how I did that. I just got lucky. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, get some. Break the enemy lines in the bridge area. Stay alert. Oh boy. Oh boy. Damn it. Do they have this on the NES also? No, I can't. I gotta not take that top road. I gotta take the bottom road. How do I get on the bottom road? Like that? Ah, ha ha. Wow, I can't get that. Probably had to jump to get it. No! Oh, I made it. Punch it! Ah! Crap! Yeah, we got it. Oh, and then I immediately died. All right. You know what? That's a fun game. And I enjoy it very much. I'm just not going to play through it all right now. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. There we go. Double Dragon 2, The Revenge. Apocalyptic Minister. Yeah, I traded Breakthrough with a friend, and my sister wouldn't allow me to play it without her playing first. Oh, there you go. There you go. Watch for the falling rocks. Thanks, dude. Appreciate that. Yes, it's on the NES. That's where I first played. Oh, really? See? I kind of thought it was, but I wasn't for sure. I wasn't for sure. Yes. Break on through to the other side. Now, this game is hard. This game's hard. Double Dragon is hard. The console versions are not usually very hard, unless you're talking about the Atari console versions, in which case they're even harder than this. But Double Dragon 2 has this mechanic where one button punches one direction and then another one punches the opposite direction. And it really screws me up. I've always had trouble with this. But we're going to try it. They moided her. The first one, they beat her up and take her hostage. And this one, they just like, forget it. Ugh. Turn the volume up a little bit. What's your favorite version of Double Dragon 2? Is it the arcade version or is it one of the console versions? Personally, for me, it's the NES version. I love Double Dragon 2 on the NES. And that's probably a lot of it is nostalgia. Just because I have so many good memories of playing it with one of my best friends back in the day. Oh, crap. I did not mean to do that. I was trying to grab that box. I caused myself untold harm. Oh, how dare you. Wow, these guys. Oh. See, I keep messing up with the buttons. How dare you? I need that box. What's in the box? Ah. See? What am I doing? Dude, when they start hitting you, they just whoop your ass. Ah. Can I go up there? Yes. Come on. Okay, I guess I gotta go down there. Damn it! Yeah. Oh. Game over, yeah. All right. I used to think it was the coolest thing in the world when you would pick up a weapon from somebody. I was like, oh my God, you could pick it up. Double Dragon 2, wouldn't that be 4 dragons? Hey, you know what? That's a good point. Isn't the arcade Double Dragon 2 just a reskin of the first game? Well, it uses some of the same graphics. It uses there's a lot of new characters. Obviously, the levels are different. There's enemies in it that aren't in the first one. So I don't know what you mean by that. Not really sure what you mean by that. I mean, it does have a lot of similarity to the first one. I mean, it's a reskin of the first one in the same way that Streets of Rage 2 is a reskin of Streets of Rage. I guess you could say that, right? Weird that this is on the Data East cards. Unless I accidentally put a different one in. Oh, no, this is on the Technosoft card. Damn it, you're right. Good call. Good call. I put the Data East and the Technosoft card in. Sorry. My bad. Yeah, the 2 purple ones that came with it. Data East and Technos. My bad. I just now realized that Mike Frog is now trapped in the Rumble universe. He did it for you, bro. Damn. Don't make me feel bad. Don't make me feel bad, Michael. We got to get him out of there. We got to break him free. Break him loose. We got to like get a team together like the Dirty Dozen and go bust him out. My bad. No, it is a new game, but it is very similar gameplay wise. Yeah, you're talking about Double Dragon 2? Yeah. Does anyone remember which game Billy and Jimmy Lee are the bosses? Good question. I don't know. Silverwing says equal rights means equal gunshots. Wow. I haven't heard that one. I guess things are escalating. Kevin says, turns out she had the keys for the attack helicopter, for the keys for the attack helicopter, which is why they don't use it. It'd have been a shooter in that case and over in like 20 minutes. That's a good point, Kevin. That's a good point. Double Dragon, the shmup. This game's short. I like how the punch animation is basically a wild haymaker. I had absolutely mastered the NES version of this. The music was legendary. I love Double Dragon 2 on the NES. They got the elbow in this game. I know that's the best move in the first game. It's awesome. I love all those moves, dude. I don't know how to do any of that stuff in this. Only thing I know how to do is do the spinning jump kick thing and then all your regular moves. I don't know how to do any, if there's extra moves. I don't know. It's a good question. In the NES, the knee was so powerful. Yep, you just blast them off the screen with that thing. Yeah, I've been trying. I actually was trying. I don't know how to do other stuff. I have to look up and see if there's a way to do stuff. Girl's hand telling you to go right. The dawn is here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I knew this would happen. Like the level layout is the same as the first. What's up, Bassarino? How you doing? How you doing, Bassarino? How you doing? River City Ransom. Oh, that's a good game too. You know, they have a version of that. It might be a sequel to that that's on the PC Engine. On the PC Engine CD. I don't think it's been translated. It might have been, but I don't know. But I have a CD I burned to that. Why is it I've never seen dragons in the Double Dragon games? That's a good point. Man, that's a good point. It's false advertising. There are no dragons in Double Dragon. That's crazy. That's a double lie. The Game Gear Double Dragon, you can get a gun. Wow. That's because it's Sega. Apocalyptic Minister, notice how the NES is in every retro gamer's conversation. Yeah. I mean, the NES is the definitive retro console, you know? Like, I mean, there's so many amazing games on that system. It was the dominant console for years and years, for like a decade, and saved gaming pretty much. Like everybody, the NES was one of those things that like the people that didn't play video games still had an NES, you know? It's like the Wii, you know? Nintendo is like that. Nintendo be like that sometimes. Double lie. Yeah. All right, let's kill this weird-haired looking dude. Oh, wrong button. God dang it. Get my buttons mixed up. Yeah, so you should be able to do the knee when you get knocked down like that, but it doesn't work. So I don't know. If there is a way to do the moves, I don't know what it is. Yeah. Get to the chopper. That's a cool looking helicopter, man. Reminds me of that helicopter on Magnum PI. His buddy had a helicopter. It was kind of like that, except I think it was brown and yellow. Dude, that dude threw that whole freaking thing at me. That was crazy. If that would have connected, I would have been dismembered. See, look at this guy. This guy's weird. He'll like disappear and stuff. I still don't understand what the hell's up with this guy. This boss doesn't even make any sense. Like he'll like vanish and then reappear, and it's like, what is this doing in a Double Dragon game? I don't think you can headbutt or nothing in this. What a weirdo. What a weirdo. Kind of like, we're not going to talk about politics, guys. I don't want to do politics. I goof around a little bit, but we're not going to do too much with it. There's too much of that crap going around. Dude, that dude just busted out. Razor Ramon just busted out of the damn wall at me. I think this was pre-Razor Ramon. This is where they got the idea for Razor Ramon, from Double Dragon 2. Are Billy and Jimmy really Targaryens? Yes, that's right. That's right. Double Dragon is a metaphorical representation of the two brothers fighting for righteousness. Metaphorically. Sincerely, the Double Dragon Scholar. There's dragons in the Neo Geo Double Dragon fighting games. Oh, really? So now you beat up the chopper? That's right. It's a chopper, baby. Whose motorcycle is this? Zed's dead, baby. Zed's dead. Does the Double Dragon chew double mint gum? No, it only chews the girls from the double mint commercials. It eats them and chews them up. There's a joke in that I butchered. He's like a BDSM boss. Yeah. As you need more of those in games, I think. Burnov is his name. Alrighty. That's an interesting name. Is that like Karnov, but Burnov? Is it like under the mask he's actually Karnov? Is that what's going on? Ryan F. Press the punch and kick buttons together. I think does a jump kick. Yeah, I can do a jump kick. I can do that. And then there's a spinning jump kick that you can do, which does work as well. It's a little bit tricky to pull off because you have to hit it at the apex of your jump. But I have done it. He's cosplaying. Don't be playing. So you jump and then like in the air you do that. You can do that. There's that kind of jump kick. And then there's like that one, and then there's that one. Yeah. Oh, I did the elbow. Okay, the elbow works. How did I do the elbow? How did I do it? Okay. Hang on, I think I got it. Oh. No, I don't got it. Okay, so you gotta hit jump and the opposite attack at the same time while you're on the ground. If you do it the right timing, you'll do the elbow. Okay. Wow, I'm figuring stuff out. Burnov is Karnov's lesser known brother. Speaking of double mint gum, do they even make those gums anymore? Been a bit since I've seen that Juicy Fruit, Big Red, or Spearmint. You know what? I don't know. If they don't make that kind of gum anymore, that sucks. Because, dude, I've, in my day, chewed the ever-living crap out of me some Juicy Fruit, some double mint, Spearmint gum, in Big Red. In fact, I used to, back when I used to smoke, I used to keep 2 packs of cigarettes on me and 2 things of gum on me at all times. And I used to chew so much Big Red that my tongue would get like blistered up. Like it would actually get sore because of all the cinnamon or whatever. Like I used to chew the hell out of that gum. I haven't looked for it in forever, so I don't know. Hopefully they didn't do away with it. That would suck. Yeah, you can still buy them in bigger packs. I don't think they sell those cheaper 5-stick gums now. Oh, yeah, okay. Thank you, Luke. You averted a crisis. Luke, if it wasn't for you, we would all be in a constant state of crisis. Oh, yeah, Silver Rings, I used to smoke like a chimney. You don't even know. I used to smoke a pack and a half a day. I would just smoke and smoke like crazy. For many years I smoked. I stopped smoking the year that I moved out of the house that I used to live in with my wife before she divorced me. So I want to say it was 20, I think it's been 10 years now. I think it was 2014. It might've been 2015. I think it was 2014 when I quit smoking. I think. I got severe bronchitis, maybe even possibly walking pneumonia whenever I was trying to move out of that house. It was an enormous amount of work and it had to be done in a short amount of time. And I think I got possibly walking pneumonia. And when that happened, I could barely breathe. So I quit smoking and that was it. I never went back to smoking and I never will. But yeah, it used to be a lot. I used to do a lot of the cigarettes. Vassarino, you can always look for women that go by Big Red and smoke. Okay. Thank you. Usually I'm the source of crisis. Well, I didn't say that you weren't, but in this particular occasion, you've saved us all. Thank you, Luke. Brian says, you can still find the blackjack and clove gums at specialty shops, but the fruit stripe gum got discontinued. I used to really like that fruit stripe gum. I know what you're talking about. Good times, man. Good times. You know what else gum I used to love to chew? The Big League Chew. You remember those packs of Big League Chew? It was the worst. Like the flavor would last like literally like 30 seconds. But I used to love that shit. It tasted freaking awesome. Like I would just get a big wad of Big League Chew, Big League, and it would be gone in like two mouthfuls. You know what I'm saying? Good times. I don't know if they make that anymore either. I haven't seen that in forever. Bassarino, ugh, my brain was smoking. I smoked for a bit. I had a friend that was big on cigars. Yeah, I used to smoke Swishers and Black and Milds a little bit too, and occasionally something bigger than that, but mainly I just stuck to cigarettes. Marlboro Reds. I did Marlboro Lights for a while, did menthol for a little while, but my favorite cigarettes were Camel Blue. I used to smoke the hell out of some Camel Blue. That was my favorite cigarette. I don't miss it. I do not miss it. I'm very glad that I have not smoked in a long time. Proud of you for quitting, Cyrus. I've been there as well. Dude, you know, when you're in it, you can't see your way out of it. The only way to get out of it is to just stop, and you need something to help you stop, usually. In my case, it was bronchitis. But yeah, I will never go back because I know how difficult it is, and I can't afford it anyway. Buying cigarettes these days is ridiculous. Forget it. I've seen the prices. When I would go to the store and see a pack, I'm just like, forget that. There's no way I would ever go back to that. You know, but I do admit occasionally I think about them. Once in a while, I'll have a dream where I'm smoking a cigarette, or I'll be watching a movie and somebody will have a cigarette and I'll think about it. But that's as far as I ever let it go, because I'm like, never again. Never. Last line. Yeah, I know Fruit Stripe's been discontinued a while, and no wonder the flavor lasts like 5 seconds. Yeah. Someone says, my dad got pneumonia once and said he'd never smoke again either. He's still smoking. Oh, man, that sucks. I'm sorry. It's tough, dude. It's really tough. Luke says, I still buy Big League Chew. Oh, really? I'll have to find some somewhere because I would like to get some. Now, I've been thinking about this. I like Big League Chew. It's fun. Last line. Yep, I remember Big League Chew. I always think of that Family Guy skit anytime I see it, and I never buy it again. Bassarino, I got introduced to Onyx and fancy torch lighters. Oh, wow. Nothing like a rude awakening. Yeah, you're right, dude. Sometimes you need it. Sometimes you need a slap in the face or something. You need something. Absolutely. And when I had no money. Yep. Guys, I'm going to have to wrap up. I've been streaming for a little while here, and unfortunately it's that time. But hopefully you've enjoyed some of this stream, whether the gameplay or talking about the various topics we've been yakking about, or the Evercade discussion. My apologies again about thinking I had 2 Data East cartridges. That's Data East Arcade 1 and Technos by Arc System Works Arcade 1. Those are the 2 cartridges I have in the system right now. We'll have to try some other carts on another stream. But thanks, guys, for hanging out with me. Thanks. This has been really fun. Silver Wings, muchos gracias for being here. Absolutely. Absolutely. Luke, thank you for saving us all. We are forever in your debt. Nurse Healer, you have healed us with your nursing. Thank you very much for being here. I greatly appreciate it. Prime 1. Yes, Castlemania. I'll have to look that up. I'm going to write it down so I don't forget it. Castlemania. Bassarino, thank you for being here, sir. Apocalyptic Minister, still preaching the word even in the latter days. Thank you, Apocalyptic Minister. Brian F, as always. Brian is amazing. Thank you, Brian. Thank you for being here. Mike Wolf, the Wolf of Mike. Or Mike's Wolf. Mike the Wolf. Or just Mike Wolf. Thank you. The Dawn was here, believe it or not. The Dawn was here. We mentioned Mike Frog, who unfortunately is stuck in Rumble Gel, and we need to break him loose and bring him over here. So we're putting together a team. I need 5 volunteers who have a particular set of skills. Kevin B. Hall, Kevin B. Fun as well. Kevin, thank you for being here. Dude, awesome. Awesome conversation. I know Chris Courage was here earlier, who does all my mods. He's also a good friend of mine. Guys, if you need anything done, check out Chris Courage. He can work on your old consoles and hook you up with RGB mods and various things. I feel like I probably missed some people. Oh, damn it. I almost did. Retro Bro was here. Yes. John, the Retro Bro. Kamikaze Soundwaves was here as we talked a little bit about the old days of playing Call of Duty. Prime 1, did I not mention you, Prime 1? If I didn't, then I deserve a smack on the wrist. Cranable. It's a bunch of people that I missed. And Television Gamer Casey was here at the very beginning. Wow. String Magician. Wow, there's a lot of names that I'm not really familiar with at the beginning of this. Interesting. Anyway. Kevin says, see you next mission. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Definitely enjoyed this. Don't forget the Saturn stream. How could I ever forget? Castlemania Sega Saturn. There's all kinds of things for me to remember. I'm writing them down right now. Castlevania, Atari 8-bit, and Sega Saturn Stream. Okay, I made notes. So, got it. All right, guys. Thank you for being here. Thanks for hanging out with me. And I'll be back again soon with some more streams. Sega Saturn streams. And maybe some Castlevania. We'll see what that's about. I don't know. We'll find out together. All right. Well, I got to go watch the new episode of The Penguin. The show about the Penguin from Batman that Colin Farrell's doing, because I'm really enjoying that show. But I will see you guys again around the campfire next time. Peace out, yo. Bye-bye.